Okay, this is going to be an angry, happy, sort of just, oh my goodness video when it comes to fat loss and just finding the actual, the best outcome. Not only short term, long term, like a forever dream outcome. All right, I've sat down with a class this week, so why I haven't had any videos on here. Sat down with a class of 17, and it just ranges from all walks of life, right? And it's all nutrition. And this is the top 4 to 5 things. This is on the fly. I am not cutting this video because this is me just coming in and being not frustrated, just in that process of like, wow, I just want people to know. All right, I've been doing this a long time. I'm 51 years old, and I put together, I know quite a bit when it comes to nutrition. All right, and the biggest thing, the number one thing that I'm going to start off here, I'm going to start off with number one, is that I do, is take the food you're eating. Take the food you're eating, starting tomorrow. Wake up, write it down. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you lick water. A thimble of orange juice. Write everything you're eating down for at least 5 days. Go 5 days. Go 7 if you can. 5 is great. 5 gives us an idea of what you're eating on a consistent basis, because there are a few things I find out. 2 particular. One, that it is a clear indication that you probably eat some of the same things every day or every other day, and it just continues. It's a cycle of things, right, that most people eat because that's what you're comfortable, especially if you're busy. And not just that, but it just becomes that part, unless you're sedentary and you just have this access to food and being able to do it all the time. I know there's a lot of easy access food, and DoorDash is so. I haven't seen the amount of DoorDashes sometimes. It's just crazy, right? But getting to the point where you are writing your food down for a week, and then start taking one of these scales and trading it in for that other scale that you weigh yourself on all day, and start weighing your food out in grams, starting with the protein, then the fats, then the carbs. Do that and that's part 2 here. For part 1 is just to get the idea of what your macro, or what 40 grams of protein looks like, what like 50 grams of carbohydrates looks like for rice, what a serving of pasta looks like. We some of us know that, but it's amazing in how many people do not start with this scale and worry about what's going in here first. Forget the workouts. The workouts are great. I can give you workouts and shoot them out to you all day. And you tell me, oh, this is not working, and adjust those. For me, as a coach, as a fitness coach, as a personal trainer, that's the easy part. The hard part is getting people to use the scale and write down what they're eating, because that is a big problem. Because here are the problems I run into all the time on classes or with individuals. It is either they are extremely low on protein. I'm talking like half the amount in most cases. And then it is a overabundance of carbohydrates, or they're cutting carbs out and it's just like way low. Fat's low and carbs are high. It's all over. There is no equilibrium. And I'm not saying it has to be perfect, but if you are trying to lose 10, 20, 30, 40, I don't care what pounds of body fat, and keep it off, there has to be the number one thing you figure out is the structure of your macros. And it starts with this damn scale. It does. It doesn't start in the gym. It doesn't start with the HIIT workout. You can watch 100 videos on here today, and none of them are going to get you anywhere if you do not figure this thing out. Okay? It's incredible to me that is not the awareness process and the learning process of learning what servings look like when it comes to protein, when it comes to fat, when it comes to carbohydrates. And I'm not saying you got to be a savant on it. I'm just saying being within grams. Eventually you will. If you are taking 3 weeks out with a scale, carry it around with your phone. Tie your phone to it. Because most people, if I tie their phone to it, they're going to take the scale with them because they'll never leave without keys and a phone. Mostly the phone. And just making it to the point where you are starting to make your meal plan and you're planning things out where you are taking at least one high protein meal with you that you can split into 2 for like 5 days in a row. Switch it up. But you will find some of the same proteins. We eat the same variations of them. Okay? Chipotle doesn't have the highest, I mean, come on, man. I mean, I know they don't divvy out 40 grams of protein ever, sometimes when you triple scoop it. Seriously. Doesn't matter what it is, what protein it is, whether it is meat, vegan, weighing it, getting to know what those grams are, starting with the protein first, getting into the fats, knowing what those milliliters are when you're measuring them out, okay? Knowing what the carbohydrates are in servings, not in just massive cups. Seriously, getting those and measuring those out. That is the only way fat loss works, and you can sustain it long term. In most cases, without high extreme outputs in the gym. I know we all want to do it. All these trainers on here want to train that. Oh, do this workout. Oh, lift this. We know you have to lift weights. We know you have to do zone 2. It's, getting your body in a scenario where your body's burning fat, right? That leads me to learning when you know how to use the scale, when you have your macros figured out to where they're not blown up all over the place, and adjust them accordingly. They don't have to be perfect every single week. They don't. But trying that first 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks and being semi-perfect is okay. It's not going to ruin your life, especially the alternative of not losing that 15, 20 pounds of body fat and keeping it off, right? Changing the outcome, right? The outcome of this, the dream outcome is the whole idea here. Results. That's what we want. You can get results by going in the gym. You will never out result in a gym a bad diet. You just won't. You won't. It just never happens. It's never happened to me in 30 years. And I've had hundreds of clients. It never happens. It starts with the food scale. It starts with then the macros combined. And then being in a healthy caloric deficit. I'm not talking about going down to 700 calories a day. I am talking about 500 calories less to 700 at most on what your body needs to survive. Making sure protein is first on there because your body utilizes protein. I could sit here. You could watch video after video on here. I hear people say, oh, you shouldn't do 2 grams of protein or 1 gram of protein a day or 1.25. I mean, come on. Oh, averse to what? To what? Like 600 grams of carbs? I mean, is that where you're going? No. 0.5 is not going to cut it. As you get older, you know this, men, women. Come on. Your body will use more protein as you get older than at any point of it just sucks it alive. Skin, muscle, everything. It does that regardless. But you don't have all this growth hormone just pumping you up all the time and you're like in your 20s and early 30s. It's not there. It's not coming unless you feed it amino acids. It's just not. It's not going to come magically. It's not going to come from you eating 0.8 and going to the gym and lifting. No, it's not going to come from, oh man, those 40 grams of carbs. No, it comes from the balance. You need the fat, you need the protein, the fats, and the carbs combined. I get it. But it's to the point where it gets kind of ridiculous in a way that you need to get that balanced. And it's okay to be off down the road. I am off all the time, but I still maintain, and I know clients that maintain very healthy body fat percentages. I'm not talking about 6-7% body fat. I'm talking like 12, 13, 15-ish, to where it's not like, okay, it's not revolutionary, but it's better than the 25, 30, and 35, 37% body fat. It's just nothing good comes out of that. You can't outrun that in the gym. The nutrition's the way to go. Adjusting the nutrition constantly is the way to go. You can work out in the gym 3 days a week, have a great, fantastic diet that you can control, nutrition, enjoy the food that you're still eating, and live a great life. It's everything else that comes along with it. We know stress, all this nonsense. So, get the scale, and if you need help, I have one-on-one coaching that is completely affordable for everybody. It's not overblown. It's a lot of one-on-one. Check-ins every Monday or Tuesday. It's fantastic. I come along with that ride with you. If you want to know more about it, just comment RIDE, R-I-D-E, and I will reach out to you one-on-one and have a discussion on how to put together the best nutrition plan for you, not just short-term, long-term, for a dream outcome, for results. Results-based, period. Okay? All right. Watch this again. Trust me. I might have missed a few things, but hey, it's there. Talk to you soon. Later.